Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Melinda Everyday. I'm Melinda, and today we're going to talk about all things Friday sews. That's right, hashtag Friday sews. Well, thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and before we get started, if you would take a second and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That really helps any channel grow, and it doesn't affect you in any way. In fact, if it's something that you like to see, hitting the subscription button will ensure that you don't lose that particular person's information. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, I have a couple of notes because I found that last week I sort of got on maybe a tangent, maybe the weeks before. I didn't cover excuse me, everything that I wanted to cover, and so this time I thought I would just jot down just a couple of things, not much, just so I don't forget it. The first thing that I wanted to talk about was the item that I did finally sew this week. I talked about M6963, the McCall's Palmer Plush. I don't have the envelope out here with me right now, but I believe that's what it was. Anyway, it is a stretch knit top with a draped cowl, and it can be a tank top, it can be short sleeve, it can be long sleeve. There's two different versions of the cowl. One's a little more drapey. I chose the one that I believe was a little bit more drapey and the short sleeves. Wow. I did a little bit of Google search on how to do the neckline because for whatever reason, now mind you, it's a simple pattern. It really is a simple pattern. But I was scratching my head trying to put together the shoulder seams. I don't know if my shoulder seams turned out the way that they were intended on the actual pattern, but I don't think that they turned out too bad. Let me show you the shirt, and then we can talk a little bit more about it. So this is the shirt. Let's see if you make sure you can see it. It's a lovely fabric. I really like the fabric, and I enjoyed sewing with it. I would have enjoyed it a little bit more had I understood maybe a little bit better how to do this back facing and attaching the sleeves. I did it my way. I don't know if that's the right way or not, but that's the way that I did it. I tried this on before I had hemmed the bottom, and it probably it was very form-fitting, and it fit me really well. And it probably came down to, let me see if I can stand up and probably tell you where it came down to. It came down to about here. My waist is here. It came down to about here. So I cut off, I cut off 2 inches on the bottom, and then I did a 1-inch hem. And the way that I did the hem was that I put some Stitch Witch, and then I pressed up 1 inch, and then I was able to run a stretch stitch just on my sewing machine because I don't have enough thread in this shade for my cover stitch or my serger. Not that I would have serged it, but I didn't have enough thread for my cover stitch to do. All I had is white, so I did it like that. I really like it. what happened, I got this fabric years ago from Joann's. Again, I probably said that in an earlier video, but I did. And I did not wash it. So yes, I had used my Crayola markers, washable markers, to mark all of my dots and seams, and when I went to do the hem and I wanted to make a nice straight line so I could fold it up the right way, anyway, I used those markers. So when it was all finished, I thought, well, let's go wash it. And yeah, I think that it shrunk a little bit. I'm a little bit bummed. Like I said, I'm on a diet, but I don't know that it is going to fit me anymore because it was really snug when I tried it on before I hemmed it. But I do have either my daughter or one of the ladies that I play mahjong with. It should fit her. I hope she's not, I didn't do the neatest job, like I said, on the neckband or the arm, but next time I think I will. I do like a shaped t-shirt. I like it when it comes in and then just curves right over your hips. It gives a really beautiful silhouette. I do like some that are boxy, but this is a really very, very attractive style that I think most people can pull off. And I gotta say, this color is really pretty too. Really pretty too. So maybe I can find something else just like this. And maybe I'll shrink, maybe I'll be the incredible shrinking woman and eventually it will fit me. So is this something that I should just keep in my closet and hope that it will eventually fit me? Or would you like to see maybe one of my friends wearing it and I can take a picture and show you next week that somebody else is going to get some enjoyment out of it? Like I said, if anybody has made this, please let me know or show me a little tutorial. I feel like my shoulder sleeve is so sloppy. So sloppy. But the shirt otherwise is a great pattern, and I think all of the fault is just my own. This getting back into sewing is taking me a little bit of time. I don't know why. Some things are just, I don't know. I think I get in a rush and I want to be quick with it and think that it's only going to take me an hour and then it takes way longer. So as you remember last week, I was also making something to match the pants that I made, and I was trying to make little sweaters or shirts for my little Frenchies. And so I got this far with my rib knit and everything, which I'm happy about. I really like it. However, my little dogs are quite fat and this does not have any stretch. So I tried it on. I adjusted the neck and took about an inch off of the entire neck so that it was wider, and I did that on both patterns. I think, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm glad I haven't sewn the collar on yet. I'm going to take the collar off. I may have to cut a different collar or I might add a strip of Velcro so that it's almost like a sweatshirt. So down the front I can also have this rib knit down here on the middle on both sides. So I would rip out the center seam, and at the center seam I could take 2 more bands of rib knit and run it on each side. Do I want to put the rib knit there? Or, yeah, I think I would put the rib knit, maybe I'll just put some rib knit there wide enough so that it would stretch over their little bodies. You know, this whole little thing would stretch. Anyway, I thought it was going to be really cute. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that when I was doing it. Like, yeah, I mean, the pattern calls for stretch. I don't know what I thought I was going to do. I thought that I cut the size large, but apparently my dogs are, well, they're bigger, so this pattern doesn't fit them at all. The small, extra small, small, medium, and large doesn't fit them at all. No, it's just small, medium, and large, and this doesn't work at all for them, so I think that I'm probably not even going to keep this pattern after I adjust these two things by winging it. So yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to have to finagle that. And then, yeah, I think my dogs are more like the Rottweilers, but the small version of the Rottweilers. You know, they're big little dogs. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the new pattern that I got this week. The pattern that I got this week is Style Arc Beth Stretch Woven Pants. So I guess I need to go to my nearest fabric store, which is either Hobby Lobby or there's a store called Boca Bargoons that is a home deck fabric. But they have some really beautiful pieces in there that I could probably use for a heavier weight bottom weight pant with a little bit of stretch. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I get the right fabric that has some stretch. This says, I guess it's a medium. The easy is dotted out and the medium is dotted out. So I guess it's a medium difficulty. But I don't think it's going to be too bad because I really liked the twig. I really, really loved that twig pant very much. So that's the pattern that I got. Those are my sewing things. And I wasn't in the sewing room. Oh, but I got my Juki Industrial completely oiled and serviced. I did that. I rethread my cover stitch machine, so that's good. That was easy to do. And yes, when I was doing my purple shirt, I was talking about the new thread that I'm using, the glide thread, and I really enjoyed working with the glide thread. So that was all fun. Those were all really good things. What I did on Monday and Wednesday was I made homemade bagels. Do any of you guys make homemade bagels or breads or sourdoughs or anything like that? Because I have to say, this bagel recipe that I have is really, really good. I ended up messaging people in my neighborhood because I made 24, 12 on Monday and then 12 on Wednesday. So they were really good. Sunday I took my husband to the airport. He's gone for 3 weeks, so I have 3 weeks of just me and my son here. So that'll be fun. It's been really nice. I was able to do workouts in the pool. Anyway, that's all fun stuff. I really enjoy being in the kitchen too, so I might, I do have a video of making the bagels, and I did that so that my kids would always know how to make the bagels. But if you're interested in that, that one will also be put up this week. Then I obviously went to the thrift store because I'm always going to the thrift store so I can look for fabric. My stores don't disappoint. But let me tell you what happened. Along with the fabric, I found a really cute shirt, and I got it because I really like the print. I'm not much on prints all the time, but this happened to have colors that I really liked. And this is by Rachel Roy. Anyway, I really liked the ruching that she had here. I liked the sleeve, and I really liked the ruching that she had at the cuff. And it's a size large. But again, you know, it came from the thrift store, so I had to put it in the wash. And when I went to take the entire load out of the wash and put it into the dryer, this inadvertently got put in with it. So now it is no good. The sleeves are too short, the top is a little bit too short, and definitely across here it is very tight. I think this would probably fit, heck, maybe, you know, I really love the fabric. I thought, what could I do? Can I do something with the fabric? You guys let me know if there's something that I can do with this fabric before I go to Mahjong on Monday. If I don't come up with a solution, then I might give this shirt to the lady that's going to get this shirt. So let me know if there's something that I can do to salvage it. It's 100% rayon, and I wasn't thinking, and I will never make that mistake again. My next glorious find at the thrift store was this beautiful jacket. Let's see if you can see the, I feel like the color is very, I think it's gray, but it's a beautiful cut. Worth Petite. Worth is a really nice brand. I don't know if they're still around. This is wool, acrylic, mohair, polyester, viscose, and acetate. But it was new with tags, and the buttons are really beautiful. Heavy metal buttons. So for, I think it was $6.99. So for $6.99, I got an extra button, and I have these 4 buttons if I were to just use it for the buttons. This is metal braid, and it has the little metal decoration right there too. And I love the vent in the sleeve. Sometimes I just, you know, I'm usually going and looking for something that I can use the fabric. I like the construction and the quality, and maybe it's something that I can just look at and see how it was made, or use the fabric. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one either. I don't know that I should cut it. There go the dogs. I don't know that I should cut it up. What do you think? Is that something you would just take scissors to and cut it up? Something that I am thinking that I'm going to cut up is a huge amount of fabric, and this was $1.99. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, so it's folded in half. Okay. And the bottom is these tiers of ruffle. So I don't know how wide it is, but it's 100. It is from it's from Pottery Barn Kids. It's 44 inches wide by 96 inches long. So what's that, 2 3/4 yards or something? And 44 inches wide, so that's pretty good. I could certainly take, wow, yeah, I could take off the black outlining part And then it's got this 100% cotton that I could use as lining on something. And then it has just the curtain alone could be not a mini skirt. It could be a long kind of like, what's it called? It's not called a prairie skirt anymore. So there's a lot of fabric there for $1.99. They really had that. I'm not going to say they had it priced wrong. I was happy with the price. Some more fabric that I got was 6 pillowcases. And let's see if I can show you. I don't know if you're familiar with the brand Fret, F-R-E-T-T-E. I don't know if it's Frette, I'm not sure. Made in Italy. Then I ended up getting 1, 6, but now maybe somebody knows that's worked with linens like this. I guess somebody had turned them in because you can see some of the embroidery got a little bit discolored, and it should be pure white. According to the other ones, it should be pure white, and you can really see on this one. And I don't quite know why it did that. It's really kind of a bummer, but I don't know. What would you do with those? Because it's a lot of fabric. And again, I'm toying with the idea, do I cut it up and make it into something else for me? This is why I need your guys' help so bad. I'm new to this game, and I don't have... I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm asking. So, look at this. This is a size small medium from Black Label Chico's. I mean, it's filling out the whole screen. It has the little drop shoulder and the little knit. 100% cashmere. So clearly I should be able to cut a pattern out of this, right? What do you think I should make out of this? Because it's really big. I don't see myself wearing it as a pullover. Maybe if it was a cardigan I would wear it, because down here in Florida, in the evenings it gets a little bit chilly in our house, and I would put on a cardigan, but I wouldn't necessarily put on a pullover sweater. And I'm not a fan of the tight sleeves like this. Although that's really soft. I don't know. I like stripes of many colors, but I was thinking of that when I found this at the thrift store. Again, this is a big, beautiful shirt by the brand Air, and it's a small, and it's a big, beautiful shirt. These retail for $135, and this one is pretty much new without tags, and it's made really well. It has a beautiful, so this is something that if I like the style of the shirt, now I have a shirt that I only paid $6 for, which is kind of like a pattern, cheaper than a pattern, and I can study it and see how they've created it. What's nice about this one is that it has something that you don't typically see on a shirt pattern, the gusset under here, so that's a nice touch. So that's something that I might incorporate into t-shirts or something like that. It's really fun to see those kinds of things. So the big colors for fall going into winter are, is it like a soft browns, soft grays, and with pastel pink. And so I was super excited to find this really beautiful pastel pink sweater, because I don't think I can knit it. It's got an interesting pattern. You can see the cables on the back. I think the pattern is really pretty. The color is just so soft, and I'm looking forward to going up to visiting my daughter up in Kentucky and being able to wear this soft pink. That I'm not going to cut up. Sometimes you just have to get something and go, you know, I like it, I'm not going to cut you. That's what I thrifted, that's what I made in the kitchen, and that's what I sewed. That's been my week. Let me know if you have a video that you would like me to watch. You know, let me know in the comments and I'll come over and check out your video. Please subscribe, as I said before. That really helps out, you know, all of our channels. And if you have ideas about, you know, how I can fix the neckline on this, my shirt that I sewed, or the dogs, they're barking just on cue, jackets, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Keep a check out for my bagel video, because that's going to be coming up, and I might put one out about making macarons and do some fun things in the kitchen too. Maybe I'll make some dog treats or something and you guys can come along and see that. Anyway, hit that bell, give me a thumbs up, do all the things, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.